I told you not to watch this channel. I warned you, but if you keep watching, it's on you. Alright, anyway, well, welcome to another very... I don't know, I'll let you think of the adjective to put here. But welcome to another blank episode of Don't Watch Juice's very... Oh, I already gave it away. Very boring. Well, I guess boring is the word you put in the blank. Video diary. And if you got to this part already, you should like click on watch something better, because it doesn't even get better from here. I can tell you, even though I haven't recorded it, but I can tell it's not going to get any better. But well, like I said, it's on you. Now today we're cooking baked chicken here in Hong Kong with the world's smallest oven. In the 360 degrees, so you can actually look around and check out my awesome kitchen, which is next to the toilet. Look at that. It's not very hygienic. And they even cut the top off. I actually should hold it longer because people need to scroll around. Alright, you know what? I'll do that. They even cut out the top so that exhaust fan fumes from the kitchen can go in there and get sucked out by the exhaust fan. But you got to remember to turn it on, otherwise there might be odors coming from a different source. Look at this great China design. Toilet. I'll give you a few seconds to look around. And what do we call this? A spatial airflow technology. With Bonus Toys. Now, I know you probably clicked here to watch me cook some chicken, but the first rule of cooking is mise en scène. So I've got to actually clear up stuff, but I can't clear up stuff because my dishwasher, yes, I have a dishwasher, look. My dishwasher is full, so now I've got to empty the dishwasher, put some stuff away, and then I can start preparing. Well, I warned you. Still watching. Very nice plates. Tray, which we'll need for later. Somewhat not that clean drinking vessel. Made in China bowl, which chips, and not the type of chips I'm going to be cooking. A chip, look! I'm going to bring these back to Australia because I think they're quite good. They're kind of unbreakable when you drop them, except they're not unbreakable at all. Look at this little thing. I think it's made of melamine. Somewhat clean. Actually not very clean at all. Look at this. I can feel residue here. Man, if this video gets more than 100 views in its entire lifetime, that will be amazing. But you know, like AIs are probably going to copy my voice and then try to scam my parents or something with this. I bet you that's what it's going to do. Or some scammer's going to use AI to copy my voice and then use AI to call my mum and get her to wire money to like their account. Scams are going to be rife in the future with all this AI tech. I think this is clean, but I'm not sure. Certainly looks clean. So much crap around here. Look at this. Got my washing out. Well, I would leave the camera out there, but if you miss it, then too bad. You don't get to look at my underwear. Although you could always pause the video. Alright, I think I've almost finished mise-en-scening this place. It's a French word for everything in its place, and it's very important because when you cook, you should put stuff where it belongs, and it makes it easier to cook. Alright, there's no space in here. It probably looks very big in the video, but that's because it's a 360 at light. It's like the widest lens you can get. In fact, it's actually two lenses, but like you think 12 millimeters is wide angle? Nah, think like 12 millimeters is wide angle? Nope, 180 and then 360, that's wide. Yeah, this place is tiny, but it's very efficient. See, I can just reach everything I want like a ninja. And I better get back to the cooking part, otherwise. Oh, well, if you got to this point, you're probably going to watch the whole thing. Well, actually, no, I can see in the stats that people, the YouTube stats, that people don't watch the whole thing. Eventually, they die of old age or something. Oh, here it is. Here's all my stuff. My stuff. Alright. Oh, no! Mr. Juicy. I've been so sick lately. I think I need more vitamin C. So I bought some 100% orange juice. So expensive, this stuff. Oh, $42 for these two. 42 bucks. That's why I'm poor. At least it's Hong Kong dollars. My product name, Chilled Yellow Chicken. Well, it's very chill. It's having a little nap in the bag. From, guess where it's from? Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it, from the writing? Chicken. And then I got my Coke Zero, so I better cool that. I might chuck it in the freezer. What a small fridge. Alright. That'll do. I'm probably going to forget and it's probably going to explode. Let me just stretch my back. 1 second. Oh, my neck! Oh, I tell you what, when you get old, your body just starts to disintegrate. And I might not look it, but I'm old AF. AF means as a father. Well, I'm not a father. But if I were, that's how. If I was a father, that's how old I'd be. Alright, now. Chicken, I give it the sniff test to make sure it's not full of bacteria. Smells like a dead animal, but like not a stinky one. Not that I actually know what a dead animal smells like, except if it smelled like that, it'd probably be a freshly dead animal. Anyway, I should shut up and cook. Some people like to rinse it out, so I'll probably do that because you know where it's from. Okay, that's handy. Actually, I should just use the bag it came in, see? New pro tip discovered. Use the bag it came with to wash it. Now I've got all my dead chicken fingers all over the bag. Give it a bit of a wash. Alright, here you are. Maybe this is the one for the thumbnail. Got to do a stupid face because apparently the YouTube algorithm likes that. Alright, one of them will... Look, it's got a little booger. Yuck. Don't know if you can even see that. So, yeah, and also, you know, AI can read, like, can actually hear what I'm saying, so I should, for the algorithm, which hates me, absolutely hates me. Look at the horrible amount of viewers, I mean subscribers this channel has. Like, no one. You know why? Because this channel is very boring. Anyway, I should say some words for the algorithm. Cooked chicken, roast chicken, Chinese chicken from China, eat, delicious. How to bake, how to make. Cooking tutorial. There you go. Then, if you search for those terms and scroll down like 100,000 pages, you'll find this video probably. If that, maybe it'd be more like a million pages down, because like I said, YouTube algorithm hates me, hates all my channels. Except it likes my stupid VR video that I put not too much effort into making. Alright, now first thing, I gotta chop the head off, because like, you know, you buy a chicken in the West and they don't give you the head, but in this part of the world, certain people eat that. Like the whole thing. So, I mean, like, not that there's anything wrong with it, it's still meat, part of the animal. But I'm gonna cut that off because I grew up in the West. So I'm not that used to seeing the head. Alright, next thing. Here in this part of the world, got me in the eye! Lucky it's just dead chicken water. Probably get an infection later. Alright, now I've got to cut off the sometimes I call, oh look at this! When I do this, it stretches the fingers open. See? See what I'm saying? Claw. Okay, so I actually got to cut these bits off. Easy with the pair of scissors. Because they give you that too here in this part of the world. It's a bit gory if I show. Angle it like that. Okay. Scissors. And they give you a notch to help it cook. One day I'll probably become a vegetarian because we shouldn't be murdering these delicious animals, our animal friends. But nature is very cruel, you know. Every time you eat, even if you eat a vegetable, you're killing hundreds of millions of life forms. Small life forms, but they are dying, even if you're eating vegetables or fruit. Alright, now, the next part. So now we've got a westernized. Actually, I should cut off this part. Don't know if I'm allowed to say what it's called, but I'm going to cut off... Oh, the tail, that's what it is. That's a nice way to put it. I'll cut off the tail because you don't really want to eat that either. Alright, so I'm actually... Alright, you know what? I'll keep some of this because we can use the oil from the skin and the neck to cook the potatoes. And although that might sound a bit yuck, you don't want to know what's in chicken McNuggets. Alright, look at all this fat. Actually, the fat is good for cooking. So there's two things that I don't need. The head and the tail, which I'm going to dispose of. And yeah, if you ever have raw chicken, make sure you chuck the rubbish out, because even the next day, it really stinks everything out. I had like raw chicken, like, because I never cook the hands or the bits that cut off literally just now. I never eat those parts. I just chuck them, like if I don't cook them, I just chuck them raw in the bin out. Then I don't take the bin out for like 3 days, and then like something like really stinks. But if you cook it first, like if you're making soup, you can chuck in the soup water and cook it. It doesn't. You can keep it in the bin for a week, and it won't like stink. Something about the raw meat. All right. Anyway, so now the next part is with this chook. Sometimes they call chicken a chook. I'm gonna butterfly it. Now I gotta remember which way to do it. I think the legs go. I think I'm gonna do it the spinal cord side up. Let me think for a minute. I did it wrong once and then it folded up weird. Actually, you know what? I think it's this, the top bit. So the spinal cord bit, that stays, you don't cut that bit, you cut this bit. If I get it wrong, it's still edible, it just doesn't look as good. So yeah, using scissors, it's easier scissors and safer. If you use your knife, a little bit more dangerous. I should angle the camera better, hang on. Try to... now you get to look at my stomach, which is kind of fat and bad angle of my face, but at least you get to see the chicken better that I'm cutting. Alright, so I'm cutting it so the wings are on the bottom. Can you see that? Hopefully I've done it the right way. Well, we'll find out. If this is the wrong way, then just do it the other way. So I'm cutting through flesh and bone of this bird. There you go. I think that was a wishbone. Okay. Right now I have a bit of a cut, and you can see the ribs open out. I mean, there's a lot of dead meat here. I think this video should be 18+. But it is a cooking video, so a cooking video is 18+? I don't think so. Well, next I'm going to do some chiropractic adjustment on it. So I'm going to lay it flat, and I want to butterfly it, so it's a flat piece of meat. So then, you could probably put some plastic down. Might as well, since I've talked about it. I'm going to put some plastic down. Making such a mess. Oh. Alright, I'm going to put some plastic down. Then I'm going to do a chiropractic adjustment. Because I actually literally just got my neck adjusted by my good friend, a chiropractor, and feels great. Not everyone believes in chiropractic, but I do. But then I need to go back a lot because my neck keeps getting hurt. But anyway, it does fix it, at least temporarily. And then if I did my exercises properly, it'd probably probably fix it permanently. Oh, anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna tell the chicken to breathe in and then breathe out. Ah, there you go. There you go. See, your spine is much better now, chicken. Ah, one more. There you go. Wasn't it worth going to the chiropractor today? I'll just get a little bit more. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Ah, okay. If you ever wanted to know how chiropractors train, now you know. Now I have a flat chicken. Look at this. Just a bit gory. Which is actually you could put this on the barbecue, just slap it down, and it cooks evenly because it's not this 3D object now. Now it's a 2D object. It would cook really nicely on a barbecue even. But today I'm using the oven. So now that that's done, I ended up getting my hands really dirty. It's time to season it. Yeah, season it and then put a bit of salt on it and oil. Now, if you're going to put it... Actually, most cooking methods, I would recommend you put a bit of oil. Now, let's go to use what I got. This is extra virgin peanut oil. So, not the slutty type of peanut oil, the extra virgin one. Not just virgin, it's extra virgin. So it's very innocent? I don't know if that's the right word. Anyway, got my silicone brush, pour a bit of oil and then just put it over the chicken like you're painting the next masterpiece. Okay, you see that? I should have put some lighting in here. It'd make the video less grainy. Anyway, can't do everything. I mean, I can, but so much. Didn't think of it. Okay, so now that's painted, and then don't forget the other side. Put a little bit of oil on it, and it helps it cook a bit better. All right, so I've painted my chicken. And the reason the oil helps it cook better is because oil, the water boils at 100 degrees, and you're going to throw it into an oven that's like 200 degrees. I'm talking in Celsius. So you need to use a Google to translate it if you're in the old imperial system. But because the oven is really hot, the water becomes steam at 100 degrees, and then it doesn't help circulate the heat well. But oil can get hotter than 100 degrees. It can get hotter than water, so the oil will be hotter, and it helps get the heat into the chicken because the oil is hotter than... The oil is very hot, and it's on the surface of the chicken and helping spread around the heat. Does that make sense? Could be completely wrong, but that's my understanding of it. Okay, now, next, I have vegetables. So I went to the market, the wet market. Oh, they gave me onions. That's nice of them. I'll put that in the chicken then. I need to wash these now and cut them though. Well, I need to cut anyway, so it's okay. Eggplant, and I got 2 potatoes. So these need a bit of a wash because they're a bit muddy. Alright, and I got some garlic. I hate running out of garlic, so I got some, even though I have some already. This is a good product, by the way, from the place I'm in right now. Life is hard, enjoy soft. Simple and not simple. You shouldn't read the English because it doesn't make sense, but it's a good little baggie to put your stuff that doesn't go in the fridge. Alright, now give those potatoes a bit of a soak. Next is to peel the shallots. Or spring onions. Or whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called. Technically, I could be wrong. Alright. Check that out. Give that a wash. And then check out these knife skills. Alright, I'm going to cut them up. By the way, this is how you hold a chef's knife. See that? FYI. Because if the blade slips, if you're doing that, the blade could slip and you could hurt yourself. But if you do that, you have good control over the knife. So it's weird if you'd never done it, but once you get used to it, it becomes second nature. So try it, and then force yourself to do it, and then you will be holding a knife properly. The other thing is to use your knuckles to cut, but I think there's probably better videos to explain how to do that. But basically you do that, and you won't cut yourself. Proper knife technique. Chef knife technique. I missed one. Oh. Now, these shallots, if they are shallots, they might not be. I'm going to put them here because if I put them in the oven straight away, they're going to get too dry. So I'll put them in at the end as a bit of a garnish. But to keep them nice, I'm going to put a bit of oil in there, and the oil will stop the oxygen getting to them. Maybe a bit of water as well, yeah. Right. Tap water from this part of the world. Give it a bit of a mix. And, well, I'll put a bit of salt in it as well. Give it some salty flavor. It also helps keep bacteria from growing on it, but it shouldn't matter because I'm going to be using it soon. And put this in the fridge. The stupid Insta360 X3 camera that I'm recording on, every 29 minutes it cuts out because it can only record for that long, and it'll continue, but there'll be like a gap, but at least it will beep and tell me. So I just put the shallots in the fridge. Don't know if you saw it, but anyway, you don't need a slow-mo action replay on that. Next, the potatoes. Now, I'm actually going to peel them a bit, but I don't mind the skin on them. So I'm going to half peel them and keep a bit of the skin in. So I'm just going to get rid of like the weird bits, like that bit. But, like if you've had wedges or anything before, you can have this. You can eat the skin. In fact, the skin's probably not that bad for you. So that's why I don't want to cut it all off. Any thick bits or dirty bits like that, yeah, okay, I might cut that. Oh, gotta be careful of your own skin. This isn't a two-way thing. Some of them, you should look at your shavy thing. Some of them can do both ways. This one only does one way because of the blade direction. It's only got one blade. Just, some people don't know that some can do both ways. I'm trying to give all the information I can. Next, I'm going to cut this into wedges and discs and all sorts of shapes. Maybe I'll do discs. Thick chips. Thick chips that are discs, because that will actually cook well, because it will sit deep in the pan as I cook and absorb the oils from the chicken and cook in the chicken oil, which will be delicious. I do feel a bit sad about eating our animal friends, as I mentioned before, but they're so, problem is they're so yummy, and we did through our history become adapted to eating meat. So nature's very cruel, isn't it? Alright, I got discs. Can you see that? Hope you can. If you can't, now you can see it. Alright. So that's that. Next is I'm going to get one of these tray things, and I'm going to fix the let me raise the camera a bit. Not much room in here. I need to season this thing too. Season. So I've got some mixed Chinese seasoning, but I actually had a whole bunch of other seasoning that was half full, so I just chucked it in this one. So it's a mixture of all sorts of stuff. Now I've already salted that, so next I need to put a bit of, now via taste I know this mixture isn't that salty, so I'm going to put a little bit of salt on it. It's got some Himalayan pink salt, which is a bit fancier. It's true, it is a bit fancier, but regular salt would also be fine. Tastes pretty close, pretty similar. Oh, by the way, this is a Chinese yellow chicken. It's a Chinese people are yellow, and the chickens are yellow. Am I allowed to say that? It is a yellow chicken. It said it on the pack. And the yellow chicken here in China are a bit more fatty. That, like, literally, I almost set my lounge room on fire trying to barbecue one of these in the lounge room because the oil content is so high. Well, I did set it on fire. There was a huge fireball, but I didn't. It was only the chicken, luckily, not the whole lounge room. But yes, it was spectacular and somewhat dangerous. Alright, so I'm going to put this spices on. I'm putting it on both sides, top and bottom. A lot of spices. That's where the flavor comes in. Because actually, the meat is delicious, but it's even more delicious when you put spices on it. Which meat, you could make the argument that meat isn't delicious and it's just the spices that you're putting on it that is delicious. But all the proteins and the fats are also yummy. But then if you put salt on it, it's even yummier. And then if you put spices on it, even more yummy. Now, here's another trick that you should know. Don't forget the armpits. That wasn't the trick I was going to say. That's a side. Whoa! Tip. You get a pin and you poke a few holes in it. You use whatever pin, but this is a special poking pin, and if you do that, it lets a bit of the juices and oils escape. That's enough. Because sometimes there's too much juice inside the chicken, and then when you cut it open, it's a bit watery. But if you let that escape, and then the way I'm doing it, it will drain onto the bottom layer, which will be the chips, and give that a bit more flavor. It will be very nice. Now, my chips are here now. By the way, if you can't see this, remember it's in 360, so you can like use your phone or your computer to look down at what I'm cooking. In fact, it's probably be better than looking at my tummy or my face. Just look at the food. Like some videos, they don't show the face. They just show the close-up. Which I could have done if I really wanted to make a good video. I've got so many cameras, it's unbelievable. I could have set another camera to zoom in on that. But anyway, I'm not really that great a chef anyway. And no one's going to watch this, so I'm not going to bother doing all this work for a video that no one's even going to watch. Okay, I'm going to lightly salt that. And again, oil is very important when you're cooking, so I'm going to put a little bit of oil. Actually, I should have put the oil first. Paint it on. Now, that's my dirt water from my potatoes. Oh, another thing is, you should always be thankful for this life of the chicken that has given its life so that I can have a delicious meal. Or a few meals, because there's a lot of food here. So thank you, chicken, for giving your life so that I might live. Because if I don't eat, I would die. And it helped me not die. So it actually gave its life for me. Where's my salt? I mean, that's not salt. Now, I'm leaving these things in, not to eat them, but to extract the oil from it, so that it can flavor the chips, or the potatoes. Are they chips? I don't know. Crisps? I don't know. Depends. You can call it whatever you want. I mean, people like to have a debate, but, you know, it's cooked potato. That's what it is. That's sliced up. So, if you can see that there's no space here for it, so this stuff is going to go on the top layer now. Okay, I'm going to try my best to fit them on. Okay, next. Smallest kitchen ever. I've got this rack. Check out the rack on that. Put this rack on top. And then the chicken goes show side up. So it's show side. So the nice side goes up. And then goes on top there. That rack's not enough. I'm going to double rack it. Double rack. Okay, I've got another rack. I'm going to create there. Because I want a bit of separation. So I don't have one chunk. I want some air to go between it so it can cook better. Because the more, okay, triple racks. Anyone play StarCraft here? Triple racks. Look at that. So I've got a bit of, I don't know if you can see, but I've got a bit of a gap between all this metal and the potatoes for air to go in. And that goes into the oven once it's hot. Will this fit? Doesn't fit. Oh, well, that'll work. Alright, as a bonus, I'm gonna show you how to make... Oh. Better put the neck part. Put it somewhere. Alright, I was just gonna go there. And these chicken things, okay, that'll go like that. To get more of the oil out, to help season the oil will melt out of it and then it'll cook the chips. It sounds horrible, but very delicious. Or you could become a vegetarian. I think one day I'll probably become a vegetarian because I do like our furry little friends or feathered friends, and we could murder plants instead. But you know, plants have feelings as well. Okay, next is this eggplant. Look at this eggplant. Now I'm gonna clean off the... It's got a bit oily somehow. I think because I had it in the chicken bowl. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this eggplant. I cut the top off, and now, like, it's not very straight. See how it's got a bend? So I'm going to cut it this way so it's even. If you cut it like that, the cut is not straight. It's going to be lopsided. So, yeah, I'm going to cut it where the bend is. So the bend is straight. Does that make sense? Alright, let me demonstrate. So the bend is there and I cut it that way. Bend, imagine it's like a J, and you cut it that way. Then that way the thickness of it is a bit more even. Alright, there's my eggplant there. And I'm going to switch it around like that, because if I have it like that, there'll be a... It's not that bent, it's only slightly bent. Some eggplants are more bent than others. But you see the gap there on the top here? Like, there? I got no hands free. If you turn it like this, see that? Then you don't have less gap. Okay, so that's good. Now the next part is to get some foil. I've got diamond paper aluminium, but any foil will do. Aluminium foil. It's a good metal, this. It's a lightweight metal, which is non-toxic. It's good for cooking. Okay, I got about that much. You know what? I probably needed a bit more, but we'll see. Okay, and then I'm gonna lower the camera so you can see the food better. There you go. And then I'm gonna make a little. Now I need a bit more foil. I should cut it too short. Well, now I'm gonna have to make a patch. So I've kind of wasted a bit of foil. That's alright. Oh, crap! Oh, that was the eggplant washing. Oh, yeah. That was the eggplant washing water, not the chicken water, so could have been worse. Alright, I'm going to dry that there. This foil, I'm going to make it a bit, it's going to be thicker in the middle, but I have a bit more to work with there. Okay, so now I'm going to cheat and get some chicken stock, chicken powder, chicken stock, whatever, chicken flavored water. So you can omit this step. It's not the most necessary step, but it will add a bit more flavor. So you get a little bit of chicken powder if you want, chicken stock. Any stock will do. If you've got vegetable stock, beef stock, it will just, you know, give a bit more flavor. I'll give it some filtered water this time. Now, See that? A little bit of water, because the water will go in and become steam and help it cook and give it a bit of moisture. So I've got a little bit of oil there, water there. Alright, next is cheese. I got these slices of cheese. Alright, 3 will do. That's all I've got left. Lactima cheddar. Well, this is the quality brands we have here in this part of China. Alright, so there, that goes there. Now, the garlic, I should have peeled it earlier, but maybe I'll take in the other. Alright, the alright, gotta get the garlic. Okay, so gonna get 1 whole garlic. The garlic's also optional, but it's nice. I really like garlic. It's not good on your breath, but it's one of those magical superfoods that will make you live till you die, basically. So I would highly recommend you eat garlic. Alright, so this, I'm running out of space. Okay. Now, when you peel garlic, well, this is the way I do it. So I kind of break it up. Ow! Bit me. I was too busy watching the camera. Okay, break it up like that. Then what I do is I get a cup, something with a bit of weight in it. Well, that's as low as it goes. And then I smash it. Now, smashing it releases magical garlicness into the garlic. It's important to do that because I think it's called Allicin, actually. Allicin, you know that girl's name? Smash it up before you cook it, and it helps release allicin into the garlic, which is one of the magical ingredients that helps you live until you die. It's very you want to release it all. Alright, see that? So give it a good smash. And actually, I might put a bit of garlic into the chicken as well. Because it's delicious. It might even help you look younger and stuff. There, what about that? I mean, it might. I can't make a claim. Otherwise I get sued. But it might help you look younger. That's very carefully worded. Might help you look younger. Or it might not. Might not at all. Oh, crap. Give that a rinse. Don't want to waste food. This plant also gave its life so that I might live. So I don't want to make its death in vain. I'm going to chuck these because they're too small. Okay. Next, see, I'm doing this squatted so you can have a better view, better camera angle. I cut that bit off, the bit that's, I think it's close to the bulb, and then it helps take away some of the skin with it. Helps like you get that skin that you don't want. So, gonna get my garlics, cut off all these bits. That was bad knife technique. Okay, should be doing this, even with a small knife. Ugh. Okay, so when I cut down, I actually use that angle to push away. Now you're not going to see this because I'm only doing this on one camera, because like, what's the point of doing this on like 50 cameras? Not 50, but a whole bunch of cameras with the close-up and the better view, and edit them all together when no one watches this crap anyway. So I'm doing my best to kind of verbally tell you what I'm doing. You can maybe just see it, cut down and then turn it. It helps separate the skins, which sometimes get a bit stuck. Depends on the type of garlic you got. But this one, this type that I can get here in Hong Kong is a little bit loose, but not the loosest. I'm cutting these bits off, but that one was loose enough to come off. I bought garlic before. The skin is so tight, you couldn't get it off. Alright, all this garlic goodness. Yeah, crushed. It's not really crushed, it's more like smashed garlic. I could use the big knife actually. This is actually, it's a little bit, knife is too thin, but it's alright. I'm getting there. Take your time, enjoy the process. Takes a bit of time, but you know, before you know it, you might not even be alive. So you might as well enjoy every moment of what you're doing, including cutting garlic in the process of cooking a delicious meal. Okay. By the way, if you like this video, I've got some other video. Someone's calling me. How dare they? I'm gonna pause the video and answer this call. Hang on. I'm back. Finished cutting my garlic. Where was I? Okay. Now, that's where I was. Okay, so I got this thing. Now, I'm going to put a few bits of garlic in there so they can cook. And then the rest of the garlic can go into the... oh, I hope I haven't crowded out all the... Because like, when you cook, you need to space things out a bit, give it a bit of space so it can cook well. Now, I'm going to put this in the oven now, but I'm not going to cook it just yet. Because I got nowhere else to put it, but you'd preheat the oven till it's hot and then you'd cook it. But we'll go through that step as we come to it. Now, I was making this eggplant. So these garlic bits, you can put them on the... I usually put them in the middle. Seems to work okay for now. Like that gap between the eggplants. Because they're rounded. Imagine like a W. You got a little space there. I'm going to put them there. Next, I'm going to pour my chicken stock mixture that I prepared earlier. And just pour it there to give it a bit more moisture, a little bit of salt, and then whatever spices you like. These satay, it's not satay, it's like Sichuan plus skewer seasoning plus other seasoning plus cumin plus a whole bunch of stuff. Smells nice. And then, on top, I'm going to put this sliced cheese. Why sliced cheese? Well, sliced cheese is a little bit watery. And it seems to work really well because it melts. And then you get this like cheesy, wet, creamy cheese flavoring on it, and it's very nice. All right. There you go. There you go. Okay, and lastly, drizzle some oil on it because the oil helps it spread the heat around. You can actually put a lot, like more than you think you need. Stops it burning, stops it sticking. Okay, and then I'm just going to wrap it up. So, there's no real best, it's probably the best way to do it, but I'm just going to close it like this and then tie the ends off. And that seems to work. Okay. Now, I have a bit of an issue. I actually don't have anywhere to put this, so I might actually cook it first while I heat the oven up. Alright, I'm going to raise this a bit. So, cover the chicken. I'm going to preheat the oven, but I'm actually going to put it in while I preheat it. I could have just used this. Well, at least I don't have to wash up as much. So I put the eggplant in cold because my oven's so small. I only have one rack. I can't put. If you've got a big oven, you can put them both in. So I'm going to cook that first. I'm going to get a bag. They're the same. I'm going to put a bag over the chicken. Not that there's any flies here. Cling wrap would be better. I'm going to put some cling wrap over the chicken while that stuff, the eggplant, cooks. And once that's cooked and the oven's hot, then I can put the chicken in. It's all caught up. That's better, okay. Okay. Alright, that could go in the fridge, but it's actually not very hot today here in Hong Kong. Surprisingly. So, I'm going to leave this out on the counter. Probably should put it in the fridge, but my fridge is too small, it won't even fit. But it's only going to be 45 minutes. Going to leave it here, it's already kind of cold from when I bought it. And swap them over. That is cooking right now. As you can see, I gave it about 40 minutes, 200 degrees, That should be about right. Eggplant, you can actually cook it much longer. It's quite a tough vegetable. So I'll let that cook, and then once that's done, I'll put the chicken in. Sounds like a good plan. Okay, I didn't record it because I forgot to record because I had to change the battery and all that. But the eggplant has been cooked. It's at about 50 minutes, but I'll probably keep it in, put it back in later to give it a little bit more because it can take a lot of heat. So that's that. And now the chicken is in. I'll give you a quick look, but there you go. Just starting to cook. It's going to take a while. It's quite a lot of layers there. I think it's going to take like at least an hour to cook. Well, anyway, I'll go do something for an hour then. Oh, I just realized that this Tefal Principio oven, this mini oven, it actually has this thing here. Tells you how long it needs. So chicken is actually 240 degrees Celsius at 75 minutes. It's kind of depends on how thick the chicken is and how big it is and all that, but at least you have a rough guide. But what I'm really going to do is cook it till it looks done. Once the skin is pretty crispy and oily, you can kind of tell it's cooked. That kind of needs a bit of experience. But yeah, the skin will brown, and that's at least another indication that the chicken is cooked. Another one is protein shrinks when it cooks. So when all the bones are kind of shrunken in a little bit, not the bones, the meat, it will kind of shrink a bit. It's more obvious when it's like chicken wings and stuff, when it's cut. You'll see the protein, like you'll see the raw ones big and then the cooked one small, but that's another indication of how ready it is, how done it is. So yeah, use your senses, and those are two things that can help you give an indication. Obviously the best is the thermometer, which you can stick in and you can make sure it's 65 degrees internal temperature. But I don't have one of them. I just cook the old tech way. I should get one though. I think that'd be good. Alright, anyway, we'll let it cook. Alright, well, the eggplant is done. I put it actually... So I put the eggplant on top of the oven to keep it warm, and that's actually done. Let's have a look at that. How am I going to get it out? Alright, here you go. Eggplant. It's very hot. I'll put the camera a bit closer. There you go, look at this. That looks okay to eat. Chicken still needs a bit longer, so I'll give you a sneak peek, but you're not supposed to do this too often. Such a small oven, so the top might get burnt a bit. But I lowered the heat, see that? And that will be ready soon. It's getting close to cook, so I'm going to put in these shallots. Just kind of just throw it in there to give it some shallotty flavor. I don't know if I can show you that well. There you go. Where do I put this? Oh, this could break. Oh, there. The heat difference, because that was in the fridge for ages. Oops. That's kind of not the best way to do it, but like, the kitchen is so small, it's not easy to do it properly. I'm just gonna do my best with what I got. Sometimes that's all you can do, you know? Now, if I mix it in with the oil, like you see how all the oil in there? Well, the oil's come out of the chicken and it's kind of pulled into the potatoes to give it some oil and flavor. Alright, kind of the best I could do. And I've only got one hand because I've got to hold the camera as well, so it's not very easy. Oh. Almost done. Alright, it's time to get it out of the oven, but I can't find I don't know where my mitten went. I'm gonna use a towel. Hopefully I don't burn myself and then drop it all over the floor. Alright, here goes. Oh, it worked. Look at this. I think it could go a bit longer actually, but that'll do. Kinda hungry. Wanna eat it, so have a look. Well, you probably want to point the camera down right now so you can see it. Then look at all the oil from the yellow chicken. It's yellow oil as well. That will cook the potatoes. I think this is worth a try and see if it's good. And that's it. That's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Me cooking this chicken. If you like this stuff, I might even do more, but no one likes it, no one watches it, so I probably won't do more. It's very sad. Anyway, Don't Watch Jush's Very Boring Video Diary is done!